What's going on, guys? This is Jeffrey again here on the Car Life TV YouTube channel, and I'm excited to be featuring this gorgeous beast known as the Cadillac CT4-V Blackwing. And oh my gosh, guys, I have not ever driven a car at this magnitude or caliber, so I'm honestly a bit super anxious and excited at the same time to do this review. Also trying to see if I can do like some drive impressions in the future about the cars that we feature and review on the channel. So definitely something that I would highly consider in the next couple of reviews. But for this one right here, we're just gonna do a quick overview about the features and things that the car and more of a general view of the vehicle. This one, as it sits, it is a 2022. It is currently for sale here at our dealership, RK Auto Group in Vineland, New Jersey, which I'm very excited and thankful that they allowed me to have this vehicle to feature on the channel. If you guys happen to have any questions in regards to wanting more information about this car, you're more than welcome to shoot me a message or leave a I'll be reading your questions down the comment section below. But man, this car has a gorgeous stance, as you can see, and this one does have the 3.6 liter twin turbo V6, and it's good for 472 horsepower and 445 pound-feet of torque. It's also rated at 16 in the city and 24 on the highway, which is not bad considering that it is a very high output V6 with 2 turbos on it. To consider that you can get nearly 25 mpg is actually pretty good for this type of vehicle. Now, gonna go ahead and go around the car. Now, as you can see, you do have some V badges throughout the vehicle itself on the outside. They kind of give you those nice little Easter eggs around the vehicle. But this car, as it sits, it does have stagger wheel setup. You're looking at 255s in the front, 18-inch rims with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and an 18-inch rim with 275 in the back. So very sticky tire setup. And I want to say that this car also has some special brakes. Not sure if they're by Brembo, but it does seem like they're very aggressive for that stopping power that this particular type of vehicle is going to need. And man, just look at that side profile that this car has. Very gorgeous stance. And of course, it wouldn't be a Blackwing if it didn't have a black wing. Little cheesy joke there. But as you can see, that sleekness design does stretch to the back. Kind of has a nice sloping look towards the rear. And quad outlet exhaust, of course, which they are active. Does have an active exhaust, which I'll let you guys take a listen to that real quick. Man, and how can you not love that sound? Now, given that it is a Blackwing, Cadillac does claim that this has the company's best downforce rated wing put on it on any of their cars. And man, just look at that sloping coupe like look towards the back, almost a bit of a sport back look, if you will. And then as you can see, all 4 doors do have that button, so that way you can just access the interior with the keyless entry. And just gonna give you this nice view to appreciate of the car before we go ahead and start talking about what's underneath the hood, even though we already gave some general specs about the vehicle. Now, to go ahead and access the interior, all we have to do is just get near the car and push this button here. Now, the car does have a function when it does sense the proximity of the key, it does turn on all the lights to kind of like greet you. But once you push that button, you can, open the door, and instantly you'll see that gorgeous interior with carbon fiber splash throughout the entire interior. But let me go ahead and open up the hood real quick so you guys can take a look at what's powering this beast of a car. Now, the hood is held by 2 struts, which is nice. That way you can just service your car very freely. And they do also make it very easy for you to service all your fluids and things like that, which is pretty cool. Now, this engine, like I mentioned, 472 horsepower from a 3.6 twin turbo V6 and about 442 pound-feet of torque. Cadillac does claim that this engine can go as high as 189 miles an hour, which is pretty fantastic considering the segment of car that it is. This car will compete with something like an Audi RS3, a BMW M2 competition, and Mercedes-Benz CLA 45, vehicles that are in that particular type of class, even though it's basically priced out in between a 2 Series and a 3 Series. This car is basically very compact and agile. So to close it, all you have to do is just basically let it drop, and it gives you this nice satisfying click once you close it. So we're gonna make our way into the interior, and like I mentioned before, you do have this nice soft touch and real stitching throughout the doors there. Also, you got some suede, and it's very smooth to the touch. Nice soft touch padded area right here on the armrest, and you also have auto up down for both driver and passenger. This will be your child safety lock. And look at this, for a change, this for this particular model, or for when Cadillac introduced this car, they actually swapped the previous Bose stereo that they would put in these vehicles, and they changed it for a 14 speaker AKG sound system, which I actually turned it up and it sounds pretty good, very clear, not punchy like the Bose stereo in the past. When you do close the door, you have these nice 2 LCD screen. I want to say that this one particular might be like a 10.25 inch along with a 8-inch screen over here, which I feel like that could have been a little bit bigger, but Cadillac has been working over the years on bettering their systems. And get this, when you turn on the car, I want to say that those are some shift lights. That way when you do get near shifting, they'll basically do a nice little sequence, that way you know when to upshift. And man, this is a very nice place to be in, let me tell you. I feel like that shifter Cadillac might have gotten from BMW, but hey, if you're gonna copy from the best, right? The steering wheel does have a power tilt and telescoping, which I think it's a little slow, but then again, that just adds to the premium of quality that this car has. Another thing that I found odd is that they have the parking brake right over here, which some manufacturers do have that, so I guess it's pretty standard in today's world. You have your paddle shifters there for that 10-speed automatic transmission, which is very rapid shifting. On the side of the screen there will let you know like once the car is completely warmed up and if it's ready for launch control. And get this, when you put it in V mode, that's when the flaps basically open up, and you got this nice little performance screen right over here, which basically shows you all the things that you need to know, and you can edit that screen so that way you're basically get the car at your liking for whenever you take it out to the track and things like that, which is pretty cool. Now this is a different drive mode selector right over here, which it'll show you things like if you want to put it in wet mode or dry, sport mode, different things like that, where you want the car to be just a little different taste, which is pretty cool. Now the center screen there, now that screen that's there to the right also, you can it gives you different information, like it has a built-in G meter, lap timer, your best 0 to 60 performance data, things like that. Man, this car is pretty sweet, yo. Like I mentioned, I've never done a review on a particular car at this caliber, but man, I'm in love. You have your heated steering wheel button right there. Now the sun is starting to go down, so I am gonna crack the windows over here just so that way we can let some light in. And then as you can see here, you find your heated and ventilated seating buttons there, and you also get the same thing for the passenger. These seats, they are bucket seats and they're multi-adjustable. I want to say that they're like a 12 or 14 way power adjustable with an extended thigh support, which that would be a manual part. And then you also have 2-level person memory seating also. And overall, it's definitely a very good place to be in. You do have a wireless phone charging pad there, a button for your lane keep assist right over here to enable that. And then you also have, you know what guys, there's like a little button, a little circle button on the side of the seat here that if you press it, it kind of like enables a massage function on the seat, which is pretty cool. Right now I'm getting a nice massage on the back, which is very nice. It's like the bolster just inflates and deflates going up and down on its own, which is pretty cool. Now to enable the climate, you just push that. You can turn the fan speed up and down from this dial right over here, and then you know you can also customize it from the screen there as well. And then as you can see, you have basically GM's screen over here with OnStar service, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is pretty cool. And then over here you have your other frameless mirror and your other OnStar buttons there. No switch so that you can see the digital screen that comes up on the screen. I guess that would be a package, or I don't even know if it's available on a car like this. But to slide open the sunroof, you just push that button there and it opens it up. Have a nice little net there to keep the bugs out when you do have the sunroof open. And then in the armrest right over here, you do have not that much space there. You do have three more chargers, actually, a 12-volt along with a USB-C and a regular USB, and other selectors there, like an auto hold feature where it allows you to keep the car nice and stable when you're at a dead stop. You lift off the brake and then you just tap the gas to get in motion. And then there's another mode selector right over here as well, other than the steering wheel. So there's multiple selectors there for sure that you guys can, you know, use for sure. And you can adjust your center screen and customize and do some things like with the navigation with this little rotary dial thing. And why don't we hop to the back of the seat, should I say, and let's go onto the back so that way we see how that space is like. And here is Cadillac's latest key, which it is pretty nice in size, very cool looking as well, and it does have remote start built in. And you also can remote start the car from the phone if you have your OnStar account set up already. Now if we put the car in reverse, you get to see the backup camera there, which it does have parking sensors not only in the back and it also has them in the front as well. And as you can see, it does give you the trajectory and the distance of where the vehicle is going once you got the car in reverse. Now in my current sitting position, I am 5'10" on a good day, like I always mention. And even in my current seating position, like, it's not a comfortable place to be in. Actually, this is a very tight space. I can't even close my legs in this seat over here. I would have to push it up a little bit, but this is where you see basically where the car lands in the segment. My hair is actually rubbing up against the ceiling here, so there's definitely not that much headspace at all. But you do have this nice gorgeous suede back part on the car with that little V embossed in the back of the seat there. Then you have another 12-volt charger here in the middle, which I'm surprised that there's no USB-Cs or USBs for charging over here. Find it to be a bit of a missed opportunity there. Some of the Kia cars, they do have them integrated in the back of the seats there, which is nice. And then over here you see that pattern that the seat has. Your anchors for the car seats there also, and that nice suede Alcantara throughout the back of the seats, on the armrest, and on this roof actually, which is a very nice place to be in, except that it's a little cramped. Now if you guys follow me over to the back to pop the trunk, you do have these hinges that won't crush your cargo because they're tucked away, but they do eat up into the space that you would have. You also get your regular carpeted floor mats and an all weather tray back here, so that way it's a lot less messier to clean. Now it would be nice if Cadillac threw in a spare tire, but instead you do get a tire mobility kit or a fix a flat kit, which does have that nice a little thing for fluids there, and then in case you get stuck you can basically use that to anchor the car. But overall, let me know what you guys think of this vehicle. I mean, it is nice and gorgeous, and it gets the job done for what it does, which is a daily driver that you can take to the track and just do amazing lap times in, while still giving you close to 25 miles per gallon. Now of course, if you do take it out on the track, you probably won't be getting that good of a MPG rating. But regardless of that, guys, let me know what you think of this car. It is currently up for sale at the RK Auto Group, which I'm happy that they allowed me to review this for you guys. Shout out to them, and I will be leaving a link down below in case you wanted to inquire more information about this car. And like I mentioned, it is for sale currently in the Vineland, New Jersey area, which is basically in between the Philadelphia and Atlantic City area. If in case you happen to be in the tri-state area and you wanted to check us out, you're more than welcome to come ask for me, Jeffrey from Car Life TV, and we'll put an amazing deal together for you guys. May you take care, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you guys. Talk to you soon in the next video. Bye bye. Make sure you like and subscribe too, because the channel is fairly growing and it's just starting. Later, guys.